to do with this.
I know you
I
don't.
need some time with this. This is not something I've done before.
I don't even know if you realize you still have that.
Oh, do I? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was so engrossed in trying to figure out
He's been
this.
tuning, and I put this hat on because I have it right here, and this is one of my hats, and we're from Montana, so we carry hats around here. But
all hat, no
anyways, I thought it was appropriate for this guitar. It just looked like a fitting hat.
Wow.
Welcome, Quentin King.
Yes.
I'm Paul. We're at Music Villa in Bozeman, Montana. Something we don't get in very often is one of these, and something that most of our manufacturers never make is one of these. But Taylor just went out and did it, and it's a really cool instrument. There is, we'll sell this too. That's why I ordered it. I'm like, this is, we've had some of these in the past. Okay, this is a Bajo Quinto, right? And that's 5 strings. Other than talking about it a little bit and maybe you noodling around on it, all I would say is the ones we sold in the past, were just kind of mediocre. They were nice, but but this is made by Taylor. It's just a cool, beautiful instrument.
It's made to Taylor specifications.
Yeah.
It's got
Fishman?
Yep, Fishman pickup. The way I describe it is, so it's tuned in fourths, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to the next string. Not the Addams Family, but it's fourths across. And my low one here is an A, so if you go up fourths across, you end up with, what is that? I forget the string. You can look it up, but it's got the paired strings, right? You can hear that. So and they're octave, I think, across until you get to, the what I would call the first, second, and third. They look like they're paired. Yep. Yeah. And then your lower 2 strings are octaves. And so the fat string sounds like a baritone. It's going to give you a baritone sound, almost like the baritone 8 strings that Taylor's made before. The tuning in straight fourths across allows some chord shapes that you would recognize as a standard guitar player, but they don't quite. You can't play your straight G because you've got this. It's not going to pair up, so you're going to have to play around with it a little bit to figure out, where your shapes are and how you feel. But I mean, so what I was going to say is that this plays like a Taylor. It's got a very cool sound. I like baritone sounds. The paired string sound is kind of cool too. And while you would probably associate it with a particular genre of Latin, Mexican music, I don't think you would have to constrain this instrument to that. Really? I think there's probably a lot of opportunity when we get these unique instruments in. Yeah. And you always say it makes you do different things. This is going to make you do different things. So even though you might associate it with that genre, it doesn't mean you have to stay there.
That could be true.
I'm already thinking of
like a country, like an
or
old
like
school.
octave mandolins.
Yeah. There you go.
You get this wonderful sustain from those big strings.
You got a good point there. I'm thinking like I just heard like movie soundtrack kind of stuff. Yeah. Who would have known?
I don't know. It's going to ring for days.
That's a really good point. So that's I just assumed there is a lot of Spanish music going on around here now. It's starting to get more popular. So I just assumed this would sell in that genre. But you make a good point. It could really be.
I will say I'm not as familiar with that genre, but one of my favorite albums still. And there's probably so much more. If you have good recommendations for Latin music that features these type of instruments, please put it in the comments because I'd love to, broaden my Spotify. But there's I think it was one of the first Los Lobos albums they had, an acoustic album. There's another band from East LA or something. Yeah. And I love the music. I love the style and the acousticness of it.
Yeah, totally.
So anyway.
It's good stuff.
The Bajo Quinto.
Yep. 657ce.
657ce.
Yeah. Okay, so 600 series, maple back and side, spruce top.
So kind of a Grand Pacific?
Yep. So 7, when it ends in a 7, that's a Grand Pacific body, and then you got the cool Florentine cutaway, sharp cutaway.
Yep, that sounds right.
I always get the two.
I get them
always,
confused too.
I still to this day.
Venetian and Florentine.
Venetian and Florentine. V. I always want to say this is Venetian, but this is Florentine. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Plays well. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And
Totally.
by no means are you stuck with this tuning.
Yep.
You can do
Yeah, you
whatever.
can change it up.
If you buy it, it becomes. I think you're allowed to change the tuning.
You can do whatever you want.
I think so.
All right. Check it out, musicvilla.com. Quentin,
Yes,
thanks
sir.
for being here. Thanks for watching.